Oh, I got some crab.
Cut that out.
Yeah. 大家好.
Oh. Okay, go again.
大家好.
안녕.
Today we're going to be making Jjajangmyeon.
Or Jjajangmyeon.
Yeah, Jjajangmyeon. This is my friend Irene.
Hi.
We're at her apartment right now.
We're going to be making the Chinese Korean fusion dish, and we're ready to get started.
30 minutes earlier.
So, we're in produce. First we need to get onion and potato. You think one will do it?
How much are we making?
Like 2 people's worth? I think 1.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine.
Alright, then we need an onion. Cabbage, zucchini, pork belly.
Pork belly's left.
Yeah, let's
Cabbage is up there.
Ooh, that's kind of a lot of cabbage.
What is that?
What is soup gas?
What is...
What's you choy?
Oh, I know what you choy. I don't know what Wawa choy is though.
Now we're getting the noodles. So there's a wall here. The type of noodles you want to get is the jjajangmyeon noodles. Jjajang means black bean. Guksu means like soup. So it just means like the black bean soup noodles that you need. We can just grab these. We're looking for the meat. Maybe pork belly tenderized. We have to cut it into small pieces. Get the smallest portion because saving money. This looks old. You get to try it.
I'll get this. So we got some raw marinated crab. I've never had it before. So we're gonna do a live taste test, live reaction test for me. Irene's Korean though, so she's like
Already had
munched
it
on many of these before.
Exactly. It's better to eat it with rice because it's pretty salty, but it's still very good on its own. Let me see if I have gloves.
How doth one consume raw marinated crab?
So I don't have gloves, but I have a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. So you should put it like your hand in there, just so it's cleaner. And then basically, you're gonna grab 1/2 of a crab, and they're always cut in half. And where the cut is, you're gonna squeeze it with your fingers into your mouth.
Okay. Take a look at that.
And then you just slurp it up.
Oh, that's really good.
Right?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I love seafood, so.
Yeah, me too. But when the crabs are in season, put it on some rice, like eat it with some seaweed. Hi, I'm gonna be eating one too. Just squeezing the meat out. This one's better than the one I had at home. The crab's much fresher. Sometimes the crab meat isn't like really white, and that means the crab that they had was old or they froze it and then rethawed it.
So first we gotta prep the pork belly. Right now we're just cutting it into small strips.
So, first of all, what is your greatest fear? We're going into very deep topics very fast.
I know this sounds hella nerdy, but I swear I've genuinely had nightmares about this. I'm really scared of missing an exam.
Interesting.
That's like the only nightmare I've had since, being a child.
Like you're waking up screaming from crying.
Like my heart, I wake up and my heart's like beating.
Oh my God.
I like anytime before a big exam, like the night before, I'll have a nightmare that I missed the exam and I start freaking out, and then I actually wake up and it's like 4 a.m. but it's not even like time for exam.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be diligent about your schoolwork, so it's not the worst.
Shut up.
My worst fear is not something I'm like actively scared of, but I'm very claustrophobic. So, for instance, on the plane, I always prefer the aisle seat over the window seat. I hate the window seat. I'll take the middle seat over the window. Yeah, and like I guess my fear would be like being put in a box and then just not being able to move. I just feel like I'm getting suffocated and stuff. What's your favorite TV show or movie?
Favorite TV show? Cocomelon. Favorite movie?
Figures. Have you watched Dune 2?
Oh, that movie's so good.
I haven't watched it yet. I just watched the first one. My favorite TV show of all time is Bob's Burgers. I also really enjoyed Inside Job. That one was pretty fun.
What is that?
It's a show about like conspiracy theories and like the underground government, just that kind of stuff. But I just thought it was done really well. And it's a Netflix show, but they discontinued it, which is too bad. Favorite movie though? Of all time? Probably the original Blade Runner.
With Han Solo? I forget his actual. Harrison Ford.
Yeah, next question. Oh, if there's a day, if you could relive any day, what day would you relive? Are you gonna be the study abroad kid?
I am gonna be that study abroad kid.
It's like his entire personality.
I'm an obnoxious study abroad kid, but I went to London last semester, and one of the trips I did was to Norway, and it was so friggin' expensive, but it was definitely worth it, because I got to see the Northern Lights. Photo right here. Check my editing skills out. I would say that was one of the craziest experiences I've had in my life. So we're ready to fry this off?
Yeah.
We don't need any oil, right?
No, there's a fat. My favorite day that I would relive, I went on a ski trip with some of my hometown friends. Rented this like house that had a hot tub, so we would go skiing, then we made Korean barbecue and with all the sides and everything. We watched a football game and then hung out in the hot tub, and it was just a really good vibe, and I had a good time hanging out with my friends, and it's like nostalgic because having those winter breaks, I feel like where everyone's free are pretty rare these days.
Alright, the pan's heated up, so we're gonna go in with the pork belly.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna dice up a potato.
Make sure you spread it out through the pan so you have this even cooking. But don't burn yourself, of course.
Oh, Steven, how would you rank beef, chicken, and pork?
Well, most of the time I eat chicken, but if we're just talking pure taste, I think it goes beef, pork, chicken for me.
I would say beef, chicken, pork for taste, but I probably eat chicken the most.
Yeah.
Potato.
But what is this cutting?
Oil. I fried some eggs this morning.
Oh.
We should use a spoon because we're gonna spoon it on top of the noodles. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Favorite thing to cook? Right now, probably like noodles. I don't know, I really like pasta, so anything pasta.
Red sauce?
Yeah, red sauce.
Only socially acceptable answer. I personally hate pesto, so.
Oh, actually, I love pesto. Most of the time, red sauce.
Oh. You also have to dice an onion.
Actually, back to my rankings. I think it's only certain cuts of pork.
Yeah, because some of them are really fatty.
Yeah, only certain cuts of pork. I don't like all cuts of pork. Whereas like beef, I could pretty much eat any cut of beef.
Oh, do you like sour cream?
I love sour cream.
Interesting. I'm like okay with it.
You have to eat it with something. It's pretty hard to eat by itself.
You're just spooning sour cream into your mouth in the morning. Do you like cottage cheese?
Yeah.
Ooh, I do not. The texture thing.
I like almost anything, TBH.
Okay, what's your least favorite food then?
Least favorite? Oh, bitter melon. I'm not a huge fan of
I don't think I've had that before.
Alright, I think the pork is done cooking.
Okay. You can put the pork on the edges of the pan, then I think we throw in the onion and potato.
Chopping skills, give it like a C-.
No comment.
Ooh.
Now we're gonna throw in wawa choy.
Wawa choy, whatever wawa choy
What is wawa choy?
Bok choy's bigger cousin.
Looks like it.
Oh, I got some crab.
How small are these supposed to be, like thin strips?
I think similar size to the onion.
Oh, so like chunks.
Yeah, step down.
Rough chop. There we go. What do you guys think about the Kendrick Drake beef? Who's winning that? Yeah, you and the viewers.
I haven't really been following it, but I heard like the line about the daughter and like.
Oh,
just
Drake's alleged daughter.
Yeah, and like that whole thing. I just thought it was really strange. I did really like that line from Kendrick, which was like, "Oh, I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way you walk." Do you think Kendrick's winning that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay, chopping up a zucchini. What's your favorite vegetable?
Carrots.
Ooh.
I feel like carrots are pretty versatile vegetables. You can make them savory or sweet. One time I made a sorbet out of carrots. Like a ginger carrot sorbet. Don't knock it till you try it. Like, you gotta keep an open mind. But I also really like carrot juice. That's a pretty controversial thing.
I like carrot
for some reason. What's your favorite fruit?
White nectarine or white peach?
I'm just smushing it down to make sure it has the most optimal contact with the pan.
Okay, now we can throw in the cabbage and zucchini.
Are the potatoes gonna cook through?
Yeah, I think you leave it for a bit. I have to throw in the sauce.
Oh.
So make a good thing in the center. A little divot.
We're about to add the bean paste sauce. So we gotta make a little well in the center. It smells really good right now. Yuck!
Uh-oh.
Hygiene. How much do you add?
Eyeball it. You go by taste, but like usually a decent amount.
We stir this up, right?
Yeah.
And then add. We forgot beef broth.
2 cups. Let me know when to stop.
Oh, eyeball 2 cups?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's good.
Yeah. I was like, why are you gonna tell me to stop? And then we're letting the vegetables cook down in the broth.
Alright, so we're turning the heat up. We're gonna let this boil. And in the meantime, I'm gonna eat more crabs.
We need to add sugar though. We are bringing some water to a boil so we can cook our noodles. And then we're simmering down our jjajang sauce so it thickens. And julienning a cucumber for our topping.
We got the sauce boiling over here. Don't we have to add like cornstarch or something to thicken it up?
Yeah, but I don't have cornstarch.
Oh, so it's just gonna be like loose sauce?
We could add flour.
Yeah, true. Or I think any starch would be fine.
I think flour is the only starch that I have.
Did you add the sugar already?
Yep, add a little bit. We could add more though if it doesn't taste right. What's like the craziest thing you've done in New York?
Craziest thing I've done in New York?
Or witnessed?
Well, I guess one of the craziest things I've witnessed was I was walking back from getting lunch at one of the dining halls, and I saw this altercation between a Grubhub biker and a homeless guy. So the homeless guy is seeing this Grubhub biker like as he's coming towards him on the road, and he gets up, flying side kicks the Grubhub biker off his bike, and just walks away nonchalantly. But then the Grubhub biker gets back up, grabs his bike, throws it at the homeless guy, and then starts beating the homeless guy senselessly from the top.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I watched this from like across the street. So by the time I like tried to do anything, the Grubhub biker had already left.
Wow. I think one of the most wild things I've experienced was there's this Twitch streamer called like Kai Cenat, and he did a giveaway in Union Square. And I think he was giving away a PS5, but I was walking back from class.
Class? That was like during the summer.
I'm walking back from something, and I went through Union, and I didn't know about this whole giveaway thing, but people were like hanging off the lampposts, like, you know, just sitting on cars and just like destroying everything in the park. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because I'd been wondering why the subway was like so delayed. And then you can hear the screaming and people being like, where's Kai? Like, where's my PS5? And it was just chaotic. It was all over the news.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
That was a crazy like random day in the summer.
Like half of NYPD was dispatched to Union Square that day.
Yeah. Wasn't there also an earthquake recently?
Oh yeah, there was an earthquake like in March, I think, or maybe no, later April, I think. I remember I was in my dorm, and I was in my bed at the time, and I remember like out of nowhere, my bed just starts shaking. I thought there was just like a massive truck outside because I heard like honking from a truck outside, but I thought it was just a massive truck going by. But then the shaking got like pretty hard, and I was like, oh.
Did you put in flour?
No, yeah.
Okay.
And then so my bed would start shaking pretty intensely. It felt almost like a little roller coaster ride. But yeah, that was like the first earthquake I've ever experienced. Is that in the flour?
Maybe a little more.
There's no starch usually. Like.
Did you go to the bathtub and like cover yourself with a mattress?
No, I just stuck in my mattress.
It was like a magnitude 5, right?
Yeah, it was pretty high.
Jeez.
I think the heart of it was in Jersey.
Jersey always getting the butt.
The epicenter of the earthquake was in Jersey. But
Look at you. Science terms.
Science. Different point of view.
Yeah, we're gonna throw in the noodles into the water now. I don't really know how much to use. Depends on how much you eat. Do you think that's enough? No, it's not.
No.
It's like one person's worth. Do you think that's enough? 7 to 8 minutes.
Done boiling, so we're just straining it out. Just be careful. The sauce thickened up a bit. That's like really good texture. Add some sauce. You don't have to strain it out completely. Like, it's fine if a bit of water gets it. Starchy water. The starchy water actually would probably help thicken it up. That smells scrumptious. I didn't realize yerba mate has like a lot of caffeine in it. And
yeah,
I'm really sensitive to caffeine.
He thought it was kombucha. So we opened one and now now we're gonna drink it.
Am I cooked?
I've dyed cucumbers tonight.
Check that out.
Oh, you wanna do a video of me putting it on?
La la la. Sure.
That's not a good video.
That's a good shot though.
Wow. Michelin star who?
Dude, you're like hella cringe.
Shut up.
Hecka cringe.
Shut up.
So friggin' cringe. You got the Jjajangmyeon?
Yeah, now we're gonna taste test.
Gotta mix it up. It smells pretty good, looks pretty good.
Yeah. The noodles are a little soft.
Yeah. I mean, it tastes okay. It's not the best jjajangmyeon I've had. So it's good for like a home cooked jjajangmyeon.
Yeah, I think maybe I just need to get more sauce. I mean, the flavor's not bad.
Yeah, flavor's not bad. Feels like there's something like kind of missing though.
Probably like the ginger powder, and then we use chicken broth instead of beef broth.
But overall, it's still pretty good. Like I would like. It's not like I wouldn't eat this, but just could be better. We also have really high standards here, so.
Most of us.
What's your take on this jjajangmyeon?
I think it's pretty good. It's a bit grainy and like starchy. I think because the potatoes are overcooked and we use flour instead of cornstarch. But I would honestly give it a 7 out of 10. We also think it's not as salty as some restaurants make it, which was kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it was a decent homemade meal. I mean, it was definitely grainy, as Irene said, but I mean, I ate it. I wiped the bowl, so definitely decent.
He eats everything.
But yeah, I'd agree. Around like a 7 out of 10. Like okay, but like more on the pretty good side.
Yeah.
If I were to make it again, I would definitely try to use some sort of starch, like a beef broth, and then maybe a bit more seasoning. I think we could have used what you said, like ginger powder, and then another spice just to enhance the flavors a bit more. But yeah, overall pretty good. I would definitely eat it again. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see me or my friends cook anything else, leave suggestions in the chat below. But I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.